And welcome back to the Village Hall, from page to stage.
Here we are!
We're right here. We're on the stage. We're on the set. We're in Cheeley Village Hall, aren't we, Rich?
We've done all the rest of the Village Halls. We may as well do this one. But yes, we are in Cheeley today, and it's we can tell them where. We can tell them.
Sorry, just saw Patrick very awkwardly coming in. It's like he was still in character.
Very much in character. I think we were typecast from the beginning, weren't we, with everyone? The casts are just so good.
Mel is Mel.
Yeah.
Patrick is Patrick if Patrick was pretending to be a very staunch Christian. Other than that, a bit different. And then, yeah, Ellie she's been described as a pocket rocket, a bundle of energy, yes. And yeah, all sorts of dynamism.
And that's just by you.
No, that was Mel's husband yesterday. And then Ned is just beautifully typical British awkwardness of,
totally.
Oh, I can't show my true colours.
He's had elements of Hugh Grant, he's had elements of Jude Law. You know, it's just extraordinary. Yeah, but also Jenny and Joan. I mean,
oh my God,
absolutely indelible now, aren't they?
The laughs that we've been having from Jenny and Joan's quips, and especially when it's targeted towards Gareth's fantastic villainous Ken, who's very much here until he's shown the door. And
those two leads.
I think we've covered all of the leads there, but I think also a massive shout out to the ensemble as well. You know, there's small details, and we've talked about it, haven't we? The fact that sitting in different seats for each show. So I've seen 3 out of the 4 performances so far. I started looking towards the stage in the classic stalls. Then I've done 2 at the back there, and then this evening I'm going to go up for the final show. I'm going to go up onto the old tier 1.
And it's been the same for you, hasn't it? It's been a different experience every time.
Yeah, I've been looking at different elements of the production each time. So like opening night, there was so much to absorb, and obviously, as we've talked about on previous episodes, I've not been as involved in the rehearsal period. I've not seen basically any of the show really. I've seen some small moments, but opening night, I was very much just absorbing the chaos, and then on the Friday night, I watched it from on the stage, and I got to notice smaller kind of little details, like Chris Greenwood is in the Silver Surface scene. He's got his computer malfunctioning, and then he's got a virus that starts deleting everything. And from there, I could see what was going on in terms of the awkwardness and the chaos, but I couldn't see the actual kind of the reveal of what was happening explicitly.
You've got to say that no matter how well cast the principals are, the chorus the company just couldn't have been cast any better.
Oh no,
because they've been constantly not just performing but creating, you know, backstory after backstory to give their characters more life, and it's been a joy because I've watched every show. And I've done like you. I started here, I've worked my way there. I did one from the side, had another one from the rear, just so you can see. You just watched the show. You just watched the show, so you're in smut mode. But you see something new every time. The delight of watching Colin steal the show every single night.
The arboreal penetration.
I mean, my word. Jess with the Bourbons, and Pam, you know, Helen coming in and doing her bit as well.
Do you know what I said on the journey here today to Ellie? That Helen's like introduction to the start of the show, she comes in with a crash bang wallop. She goes all the way around all of the different committee members, complaining about what everybody's been saying to Pam, and it's such a bold, high impact moment that immediately you understand what's happening, why it's happening, and the frustration it's causing,
and who these characters
are, and how it's going to affect the plot.
And honestly, Helen, it's a very tough speech, but she delivered it so well.
It's very wordy, isn't it?
But it's all very wordy. If you look at the amount of stuff that Ken's got to say, I mean, those incredible, seemingly endless monologues. And he's so wonderfully slimy with it as well. And then Frances, she's got all the words in the first 20 minutes. It's nearly all Frances.
You're right, I was thinking that whilst we were watching today's matinee performance, and I was thinking about how in the start of Act 1, Frances very much is controlling everything in terms of the plot, in terms of the dialogue. Everything is very much in her ball court, which makes a lot of sense because she's the treasurer, she's the person in charge. Then you start to see Ken start to, you know, work his way in and start to take over. And then when you get into Act 2, you see a lot more of the you see a lot more of the rest of the committee kind of taking charge of situations and helping to run things, as Frances's dilemmas and kind of her willpower, her motivation, her drive, everything's starting to go down because she's realising what Bobo, Robert, her husband, has actually kind of been up to behind her back.
Yeah, now, in terms of the podcast, you've stayed away from all those details
until
loads
of spoilers,
week.
Sorry.
Yeah, but, well, to be fair, you ain't going to see it now, that's it. So, I mean, how did you find the reveal? Were you touched by it?
Which reveal? Because there's multiple
there
reveals.
are a couple, but I mean the main storyline, the through line of Bobo and Molly.
I would say that you really empathise for Helen in Act 1.
Yeah.
Then you start to see that actually she's coping really well, and she actually, as a mechanism for coping, she just wants to basically take up what Molly was doing in the village hall. And it seems like her character is very much that kind of person who stayed away and wanted Molly to have her own thing. But then she obviously has this backstory. She's learnt a lot about the other characters. And I think that she feels not a sense of duty, but a sense of kind of empathy, because she can see that Frances is not holding it together. And so when you see in Act 2 just how much Frances is struggling to keep her personal affairs to herself, because she's very proud, isn't she? And she wants to see Helen kind of put aside what's going on for herself, her trauma, and recognise the trauma of someone else, to the moment where, right at the end when she says, "Here's Molly's key," I think that is it's a perfect way of demonstrating what I think you were trying to achieve with it, which is, again, it's two powerhouse women who are going through different plights and finding ways to support one another rather than be at each other's throats. And it's perfectly summed up as well by what Joan says as a tongue-in-cheek comment about, women trying to go for different parts in musical theatre. Right. There's symmetry, there's reflections, there's lots of things going on, but it all... and then when it culminates in the final reprise of Winter Sun, and this beautiful moment of everyone looking up to the church and seeing the opricity. That's the word of today.
Hey, you got a word in.
I got a word in. Finally, and then I just think it's this really beautiful moment that I think it brings everything together. All the plot threads, they all kind of tie in, and they all go in the same direction at the end, don't they?
Yeah, I've been just delighted by it. I've been so proud.
I've been watching you every single show.
Thanks.
Because I've been sat pretty much where I can see you.
Yeah.
I've been watching you. He never stops laughing at his own jokes.
No, that is not true. I'm no longer laughing at my jokes. I'm laughing at the delivery, but I'm also 100%. Laughing at the little bits people are putting in and saying, "Oh, that's so clever."
A few shout outs that I just want to make.
Go for it.
Naomi is the granny in the chair aerobics.
And next to Jill.
100% commitment. Yeah, both of them, 100% commitment.
So good.
Sarah Taylor, also in the same scene.
Yes.
They're bouncing up and down when her and her husband, boyfriend are dogging on the M46. Is it the M46?
No one
Might be the wrong motorway.
No one would have written that line.
Nikki.
Jess.
Yeah, Nikki. Jess is eating more and more bourbons each show. I've noticed that. So tonight I expect a full packet is going to just be drained into her gob.
I mean, people like Chris are just Chris, like incredible. The amount they're stacking in here. But you could go through every single member of that ensemble.
There's actually too many to mention. That's the problem. And that's why I'm so glad I've watched multiple shows.
Yeah.
Because I've been able to see all the quadrants. By the end of this, I haven't seen 4 shows. I've seen all the quadrants of the stage. Yeah. I've seen all of the different things that are kind of... They're not tucked away.
No.
But they're not trying to hog the limelight. And that's the thing about
Isn't it so important?
It just proves that ensemble theatre is about those fine details, those small moments. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if everybody in the audience sees it. What's important is that someone sees it, someone enjoys it.
Yes, it's a joke for 3 people, not the crowd.
Exactly.
And that's what's created the chaos. And Neil is so clever putting all this together,
all
creating
details,
levels and making sure that everything runs in conjunction, and you ease off the chaos when people need to focus on what's going on. He is beautifully orchestrating the whole thing, and you can kind of feel Neil's hand, as well as Kira doing the brilliant conducting and the amount of energy she's putting into it. You can feel Neil's conducting it and showing the company when to rise and fall in terms of the chaos. I've been thrilled, absolutely thrilled by it. And
no tears just yet, though.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I cried 4 times in the first. Winter Sun always gets me. Every single show, there's always a tear there because Paige, that voice.
There's a moment in the first version she does of it. When she starts off soft. I don't have the lyrics in my head, but she starts off soft, and then just as she hits like the highest, most powerful note, the voice just carries, and you feel it go down your back, and it's happened every single time, and that's a special skill.
But we know that when we're listening, if you listen to the podcast from the beginning, if you haven't, you can go back
and listen to it.
No point subscribing now, but you can now go back and take a look.
There's no point subscribe because then you'll be there for next time.
Oh, and you can
also go and watch all of the other ones.
Well, indeed, fair enough. But we discussed, how to get the song exactly fitting in her register, and just so. And it's just soared every time. So delighted. Becky has just been beautiful.
Do you know what I said as well? After I'd watched the first show, because you're trying to absorb so much, I think you need to watch everybody as much as you can, but you also need to look out for specific characters in specific moments, especially when it's in the round, because of the fact that you're not always seeing the facial expressions of each of the performers. And what I found is that by sitting at the front and then sitting at the back, you've seen
the counterpoint.
You've basically seen the counterpoints, and with Becky's and Paige's as well. With Becky and Paige's more somber inward moments, I think a lot of the other bigger kind of plot threads and a lot of the other ensemble characters, for example, with Ellie and with Ned, you need someone to be the big person and someone to be the small person. I don't mean in height. I mean in terms of the character expressions, how big their characters are. So Ellie's the big one, Ned's the small one. Little role reversal. And then again with Mel and Jeffrey, they kind of alternate. With
the power is with Mel.
The power dynamic. Whereas I think when you get to those somber moments, Becky's, you can see it when you really focus just in on her face. You can see all of the kind of pain and anguish from holding in these kind of I'm going to call them repressed anxieties towards her relationship.
Oh, it's huge English repression, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's just to focus on Becky for a moment, and like you said, focus is a very interesting word, because we filmed every single performance from multiple angles, including the dress rehearsal.
So you'll see what we've seen.
Not just that, yesterday we had a camera specifically trained on Becky throughout the whole thing. Just so you could see the level that she's working at. And when you look at it through the lens, it's incredibly cinematic. So even if you've come to see the show and you've enjoyed the show, do go, when I've managed to edit it all together, do watch it. And if you can, either buy the DVD or buy the download, because I promise you, there are things in there that will just blow you away. She's extraordinary.
You're going to see the expression and the subtle little details that she's adding in.
It's so subtle.
Same with Paige as well. And
very much so.
That's the thing, right? Is that like we've talked about on one of the previous episodes, the style of it being the way it is really suits that kind of documentary style footage, like you said. And that's one of the things that you should always go see live theatre. But if you do get a chance to see a filmed version of a live production where you get 4K cameras zoomed right into the actor, you get to see those details that you'd see on a cinema or a TV screen, and really like appreciate it again.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's just stunning to watch. The other things that you'll be able to see is, obviously I'm going to try. I don't know how the hell I'm going to edit all those little bits that I want to show on the screen. We're undoubtedly going to miss it. But, you know, if you've come and you've seen it, then you'll know you've had your own personal experience of the Village Hall. And that's everything a writer could have wanted. Some of the feedback has been extraordinary. Yeah. Real emotional heft to some of the people who've related to the story. But the biggest compliment I could ever say was that it was fun. You know, in the current news climate and everything going on, just for people to have damn fun is great, and forget it and join another world just for the moment. Something very familiar.
And do you know what I reckon there's going to be, and this probably won't just be for me, but since we did By George, I've gone to the fish and chip shop so many more times than I previously did. And I reckon there'll be people who've come to see this and go, you know what? I'll give my community centre, my Village Hall, I'll give it a try. I'll go and do stuff.
Let's go and join these characters.
Yeah, to be honest, I am actually thinking about doing yoga or Pilates on a Monday on my day off, when we've stopped doing the podcast.
Oh, and breathe.
That's what I need to do.
Well, it's been a lovely journey. Have you enjoyed it?
I have. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And do you know what? I think all it's made me think is how excited I am for your Cornetto trilogy, for the third one, for the cruise ship musical.
Well, we'll see.
When that happens.
I mean, in terms of time, what I have to do now is edit first the soundtrack of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I get a feed from the sound desk, which is just over there, thanks to John. And John gives me the raw feed of all the microphones. There's no faders involved. So I get to just play with every single show, all the takes, everything. And then I'll put that all together, and hopefully that'll go out on Spotify by the end of October.
Wow, that's quick.
It's going to be quick. And if I can, I will try and edit the whole show together it'll be the end of November, beginning of December.
Just in time for Christmas.
That's strange, that, isn't
so
it?
You can take the magic of the Village Hall home for a present for your loved one.
That'd be lovely. Yeah, so digital downloads away. If you fancy a DVD, then we'll pop those out as well. But for that, all you need to do is keep an eye on my website, which is www.richsykes.com.
Yeah, I think to summarise my experience of it, it's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Sure.
Obviously, not being as involved with the rehearsal process, been a bit busy outside of the Village Hall. Do you know what? I've really enjoyed seeing these kind of subtle hints and clues of things that were going to happen come to life on the stage, and you're so up close and personal with it because of the way it's stylized. That you feel like. You feel involved in that afternoon.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, I'm there. I'm actually at the Village Hall.
I've participated in this.
Oh, this afternoon. Oh, how are we going to manage it? You start worrying about the schedule yourself.
You do.
And then it's been an incredible community experience, is what I've called it.
And I think the cast have really bonded, and it's just been, for me, an absolute joy. Start to finish. Yes, please. More of this. Thank you very much.
I'm going to tell you my favourite song.
Go on.
I
did ask, yes.
Me, and then he cut it because I didn't know. I think I've got two favourites for different reasons.
Okay.
Obviously Sexy Dynamite because it's hilarious, it's fun, it's crazy, it's daft, it's the one I would want to sing.
Yeah.
But you're right, Winter Sun. Yeah. But like the last one.
Yeah.
Like there's several little,
loads of lines
and whatnot, but just the end, just seeing on Paige's face this kind of sadness for the fact that she's lost her loved one, she's lost her life partner in Molly, but then to see that literally the way that she moves her arms, the way that it's being choreographed, to look at the opacity of the church with the sunshine coming into view. It's figuratively saying that there's a new horizon. There's a new dawn for the Village Hall and obviously for Francis, but it's physically like embodying this kind of like shared experience that everybody's gone through, and then this joyous moment of do you know what?
And
everything's going to be all right.
That's
we're going to be good.
It's living in the now, which is what Winter Sun is about. Though our time was so short, all the brighter you shone. You're forever my son. It's that.
And you've done it again, where the plot of the main characters is actually would be the sequel to the show.
I'd hope so. I like that. I like the fact that it's open-ended and you can tag on what happens from here.
She may go to Bobo, she may leave Bobo.
But she's got the choice.
Yeah, she's got her agency.
This is it. We tie it in with By George, which is exactly the same theme. And you'll be thrilled to know, Yeah, Seasick going to have exactly the same thing.
It's called it Seasick. There it is. It's in the podcast. It's going to be called Seasick until Maria gets her way.
Yes, and there'll be red pen all over it. Guys, thank you for joining us on this journey. It's been a real whirlwind and an absolute joy.
Thank you very much, Rich.
Pleasure, buddy.
It's been a pleasure.
See you next time. A few plugs. We've got the School of Rock coming up.
Oh, we do, yeah. It's in 3.5 weeks.
It is. Right on this very spot, you'll see the man.
Probably literally right here, actually, yeah.
And you can stick it to the man in the middle of October, don't worry. But from me and from Matt, thank you again, folks. See you.
Thank you very much, Rich. Bye-bye.
Bye.